everyone, I'm Chloe, and this is my first episode of my new Let's Play that I'm doing in my super awesome and cool world. Um, I started this channel because I've always wanted to be a YouTuber, and it's just felt like something that's just unattainable because realistically, out of every YouTuber, who are the ones that are actually successful? But either way, that's not what it's about. Honestly, it's just fun to be able to document what I'm doing and playing Minecraft and feeling like, people are watching along as well, even if it's just one person. I just think it could be really fun for even just one person to watch along and just see my progress. But my goal for this world is actually to just make it as cool as possible, and just build it up over time. And there's no pressure with it. I haven't got any, kind of time frame. It's literally just however it progresses is how it progresses. And as you can see, I struggled a lot to kill this pig. And the reason for that is actually because I'm not the greatest at Java. I actually play on Bedrock. So, I was very happy there that I actually killed the pig in the end. But yeah, so I play on Bedrock and I'm not used to the controls of Java. So you can see that, my controls aren't the greatest. You can see that my gameplay's not the most, consistent. But hopefully over time I will build that up and, I will get better with my gameplay and with being able to actually control my character. So you can see here I'm just doing all the basic stuff, the average start to a Minecraft world. I made a pickaxe and I made a furnace, and you'll see that my crafting's not great as well. That's because, like I said, I'm not very used to Java. I will get used to it and I will learn the controls, but for now, you're just going to be screaming at the screen like, oh god, why is she so slow? I found some coal, which was quite nice for the first day. Usually on the first day I don't find coal, so it was quite nice to just have a little bit. And I went in the cave and I found nothing, but I did find this emerald, and then I just forgot about it. I never saw that emerald ever again, and it bugs me a lot. I'll have to go back at some point and actually find it. But yeah, I just smelted some of my food. For my channel, I think my main game will be Minecraft. But I will also play other games, potentially Sims, maybe Skyrim, any other games that you recommend. Honestly, I like playing games that I'm comfortable with, but I'd also like to play games I've never played before. For example, I've tried Silent Hill, I've never actually properly played it. So I think it could be quite cool to actually be able to play it and progress, and you see my actual authentic reactions through my first videos of it. You can see here I found this massive cave. I also completely forgot about that cave and I never went back to it. So that was a bit sad. But I saw it was getting to nighttime and I was desperately trying to find some wool. I was so scared. I was just thinking, God, I'm going to die tonight, because it would have been my first night in Java and it was not going well. The combat was honestly taking me out. But then I found this abandoned village and I thought that was quite cool. And I just raided the village because I'm rude. And I got some pumpkins here. Honestly, I just love farms in Minecraft. Even if I don't use them for anything, I never use pumpkins at all. I always make a pumpkin farm and I never use them. The only farm I actually use is a wheat farm and a melon farm for making potions, but that's it. I don't actually use any of them. They're purely for aesthetics. But then I found these cute flowers. I didn't actually collect any of them, but oh well. We can go back and find them. But then I just went sailing, and then I found loads of kelp for some reason. I don't know why there was just piles and piles of kelp, but that was a bit strange. And then I found this. I've forgotten what they're called actually, but I think you have the suspicious blocks that you can brush and then you get cool stuff from them. But maybe we'll go back and discover that later on. And then I found this area and I decided, you know what, I'm going to live here. So I did some terraforming, I set up my little base and I put a cute little campfire there, and then I went mining and I found some coal, but I didn't find anything else. this cave was quite small. It was just like a little water cave. The coal's all that matters at the moment anyway. Later on I do actually go in a massive mine, and that was pretty fun. It was really scary, but it was pretty fun, and I don't think I died actually. And then I made a little wheat farm. Honestly, it's not the neatest, it's not the biggest either. I will definitely build it up in future, but for now I only had that amount of seeds. I did collect some more seeds there because I did run out. And then I made a cute little path towards the farm. I will make it look a bit prettier, maybe put some leaves in there and whatnot. And then I set up a little farm for my cows. I start off with cows usually. I don't usually start off with any other animals because I feel like cows are the most important at the start because you need the bookshelves for the enchantment table, and it takes so much leather. I don't understand why it takes so much. But I really struggled getting those cows in my farm. But I got there eventually and I bred them up, and then yeah, and then you can see the baby cows were trying to get out, and that was really annoying. But I've just made my little sugarcane farm here, and it looks quite cute. There we are. And I made a pumpkin farm. Like I said earlier, never going to use it. Ever. If I use it, then actually correct me and tell me off because I said I'd never use it. I won't. And this snowberry farm as well, I will never use that either. I think I harvested it like a couple of times, and that's it. I'm not going to use it. And these cows keep getting out. It's really annoying because the adult cows can't get out, but the baby ones can. So that's annoying. But then I just collected some of this wood, and I was just setting up for going and exploring, maybe finding a cave. Who knows? Although I already said that we do find a big cave, so you already know. But then I made my bed blue because I thought that was quite cute, and I'll pop it down there. Looks really cute. Like it. And then I set my spawn point because otherwise I'd end up miles away and I wouldn't even know where I am. But then I started sailing and the frame rate dropped significantly, and here is where it all went wrong, really. Because it became nighttime and I was panicking because I couldn't find any sheep to make a bed. And honestly, I just wanted my coal and potentially some iron because I find there's a lot of ores in those little mountains. But yeah, it got to nighttime. It was a bit of a disaster. The combat's really scary, and I hadn't actually gone through a night without sleeping yet. I think it was only my second day anyway. But I hadn't gone through a night without sleeping, so I hadn't actually encountered any mobs yet, which was terrifying. I was really scared. At this point, I was, in the blissful knowledge of it not being nighttime. But you will see in a moment, once I've mined this insane vein of coal, why is there so much? I was getting so bored of it, but I will thank myself later. Yeah, here is where it goes wrong. I keep almost dying, and it's just terrifying. And honestly, why are the skeletons so evil? They're not as bad as Bedrock. Bedrock skeletons are the true evil of Earth, but these Java ones are just crazy. And you can see down there I almost died. So that was a bit scary. And then a creeper exploded on me, and I just wanted my iron, and that was really rude. And it just kept getting worse, honestly. The spider coming for me, and me trying to kill the creepers, and just nothing was working out for me. But I did survive eventually, so that was good. And you can see I can't just kill a creeper successfully. But anyway, I found the cherry grove, and that was quite nice. I honestly like cherry wood. I don't really like the planks, but I do like just the logs on their own. Like the red outside, I think it looks really cool. Maybe I'll use some of that in my builds in future, but for now, we just collected some of it just to get some, and I think I collected a sapling as well just to be able to plant it back at my base. But yeah, it's quite rare you find a cherry grove, I think. I don't find them often. And I struggled a lot with getting that wood because, right, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that you can't break blocks as far up or as far down as you can on Bedrock. Like if I were on Bedrock, I would have been able to reach that log, but I don't think I could on Java. So we found a village, and that was really cool. And then I just raided the shit out of it because I'm mean like that. I got some of the hay here. Honestly, the stacks of hay, it's like gold. It's not literally gold, but it's like finding gold because they're just so useful, especially for the farms. Because honestly, I can't be bothered to wait for wheat to grow. Don't know about you guys, but I'm so impatient. And then I tried to get this wolf here, and then it didn't like me, so I just killed it. And then another one came to chase me, and I was terrified, and I couldn't get it, and the leaf litter was getting in the way, and I was just terrified, and it was horrible. But we killed it eventually. And then we found the cave, and it looks unseeming, it looks really small, but it's huge. Look at that mine shaft. The mine shaft literally goes from the ceiling down to minus levels. It's crazy. But yeah, so I thought that was really cool. And then a spider tried attacking me. How rude. How rude when I don't know how the Java combat works. That's really mean. But I think we got him in the end, and it was really scary. And I didn't almost die, but it was still scary nonetheless. And then we made our way down, and it was really hard to get down actually. But I got there eventually. We reached the mine shaft, and I think we just pop around, find some chests. There wasn't great stuff in the chests, but we got some stuff, so that's all that matters. We got some more torches, which were helpful. Got some coal. Oh, and we got thorns too on a book. Not the greatest, but it will do. You know, maybe we can use it later. And then I finally figured out how to use my shield. You can see the advancement in the corner. I didn't know how to use my shield. And then I ran away because the cave spider was trying to get me, and I'm a baby and I'm terrified. And then you can see it was a disaster. We kept getting stuck, and I kept getting attacked by monsters, and look, I almost died again. So I sprinted away at the speed of light, aka the speed that you can run in Minecraft. And I locked myself in at a very leisurely pace. That it wasn't the quickest I've ever locked myself in a little box, to be honest. But then we just smelted some of the iron we got and made ourselves some armor. And then I just got attacked by a herd of zombies. Like, I honestly thought it was the apocalypse. I got attacked by a herd of zombies. It was terrifying. And yeah, and then a creeper joined, but this part was quite satisfying. Look, the creeper just explodes everyone. Apart from that one. But then I got that one, so that was good. And then it tricked me, thinking that this cave was open, and then the closer I got, it just closed up. I thought I was about to escape. But anyway, we found this, the deep dark, briefly. That was all there was to it. If I mined deeper, there would probably be more. But I found my first diamonds, so that was really exciting. And I found 3 of them, and then you can see me struggling to figure out what to let go of, and then I settled for the axe. But then I stole the XP because I'm evil, and then I found another diamond because I'm just lucky like that. And then I found another diamond. That's really cool. But yeah, so I claimed my 5 diamonds, and then I wanted to get out at this point. I was getting so tired. I wanted to leave this cave and go back home. But I found this amethyst geode. That was pretty awesome. I didn't collect anything from it. And then I found these glowberries. You can see later I made a farm out of them. They're really cute. I will never use that farm, ever. I promise it again, is purely for aesthetics. Who's eating glowberries? Let's be real. Who is eating glowberries? On Java as well, I've noticed the saturation's just crazy. If I eat something that isn't cooked meat, my hunger goes down so quick. And then this wandering trader ruined my farm, and it made me so mad, and I was trying to push him into the water and get him away, but honestly, why do they do that? The wandering traders, they're always on farms. They can't just stand on the grass. They have to be on any farmland that you own. But I fixed that up. And I killed him as well because he was really getting on my nerves. Even though he was invisible, I I could just sense his evil aura. And yeah, you see here I fix up my farm very, very angry. And then I got my head down for some rest. So that was nice. And then, oh, this is where I made my glowberry farm. It's really cute and it just looks really cool. And I don't know why. Farms just add so much to the atmosphere. I don't know why. I couldn't have a world without farms, even if I don't use them ever. So I made my farm. I think I fixed up my cow farm a bit. I bred them up again. And yeah, that's pretty much all I did for this Let's Play. We went on a nice exploration and a little cave trip. And if you liked this video, please subscribe and please just like the video, comment, just share your thoughts with me. I'd really like to know what you think. And let me know if you like this commentary as well, because I don't know, I'll do some experimenting. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and please tune in for the next one because I'm looking to build this world. I'm really excited to, get into the cool stuff that isn't just mining and all the boring stuff. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. It would be really cool if you joined me for the next episode. And I will see you later. Bye!